got that kind of loving.
DJ Sway.
She got that kind of loving. She do me, she do you. She got that kind of loving. I know sugar daddy now. Oh love, oh love, oh love, oh love. She got that kind of loving. Oh love, she got that kind of loving. Oh love. She do me, she do you. She do me, she do you. She do me, she do you. She got that kind of loving. Oh 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 oh. Oh love, oh love, oh love, oh love. She got that kind of loving. Oh love, oh love, oh oh.
Are you ready, body? Are you ready, body?
It's a new week, it's a new day, and all you motherfuckers out there, hey!
Hey, how's it going? Talented Minds Podcast, and we're back. Episode 21. Last week was our 20th episode, and it was grand.
Oh, yes.
We ended it off with a world premiere of my new single, Supreme Stunting Man, and shout out to everybody that's showing their support, showing their love. I celebrated my birthday this past weekend, and it was lit, man. I had a super, super great, fun time. So shout out to everybody for the birthday wishes, the birthday love. Shout out to everybody that's been following the podcast, man. Like, subscribe, share, comment, tell your peoples all about it. We just bring you guys the latest news, current events, put you on game, and that's really what we like to do, man. You know what I'm saying? So
on a weekly basis. So check out our last few weeks episodes. The shit's hilarious, yo.
Yeah, very hilarious, dog. We have a lot of fun doing this, man. And also, Talented Minds Podcast is on Spotify right now, dog. So if you have Spotify, man, you can check it out on Spotify online. It is that's pretty dope, man. So we wouldn't have made it here without you guys at all.
With that said, let's get right into it then, man.
Let's get ready to rumble.
Floyd Money Mayweather is a money-making machine. I want to say shout out to Mayweather Productions. You guys are getting to the
nitty and gritty. Yes, getting to the shmoney, dog.
He's also one of my favorite
athletes of all time, period.
The dude is a beast, man.
Yeah,
you know what I'm talking about?
Undefeated, man.
Like when he whooped Conor McGregor ass, that was the last fight.
Yeah, I mean, come on. McGregor wasn't even going to win that shit.
Jab Judah, Hatton,
Victor Cruz, man, an onslaught of names, dog. Yeah. Many victims.
Man.
What, 51 victims, dog, meant the wrath, dog. But, I'm just, it's crazy that him and 50 Cent are just going at it right now, dog. They pulling out the personals, dog. Muggs bringing in their kids. Niggas putting out here saying fam got herpes, you know what I'm saying?
They're doing this on what, though?
On Instagram, it's going down on that mug, dog.
On social media?
Yeah, on the socials, dog. But basically...
How you feel about that, jeez?
I mean, it's homeboys, you know what I'm saying? So it's like...
They trolling us again, aren't they?
I mean, they done been into it before, but not to this caliber of how they going at it, you know what I'm saying? But they had been at it before, you know what I'm saying? So, and they'll end up eventually getting back cool, you know what I'm saying? But it's straight just like... I mean, in some regard, I guess it's entertaining, but it's kind of whack at the same time, you know what I'm saying? But
no, I saw it, man. I saw some comments too. Comments be so fucking funny, y'all. Y'all need to stop, dog. But
the comments hilarious, bro. I love just watching videos, bro. Like I just look at videos on YouTube and just read the comments just to see people just going at it.
Y'all be flaming motherfuckers.
Bro, they be flaming academics, bro. If you go in academics comments, bro, they be lighting dude up, dog. You'll find some good jokes in there. You'll see niggas jumping on dude hairline and everything, dog.
I'm saying though, man, like these are two guys, man, who, they get into the
successful
to the money,
black man, dog.
I'm trying to understand why they like that shit got real personal on us.
Yeah, real personal. It got real personal, dog. I think, I don't know, bro. I guess it was just like, one of Floyd ex-girlfriends and his new girlfriend or whatever. I guess they had like a little spat of dispute, and Fifth was just like making fun of their situation, and Floyd was just like, nigga, you know. And now it's known for Floyd to not be able to really read and write like that, but it's just like whoever been writing his post about 50 is spelling everything correctly. You know what I'm saying? Like they going in, so it's like his bruh sitting there telling people what he want them to say, or
I think these dudes pulling another motherfucker.
they might be pulling a stunt, you know.
I mean, 50 is actually like one of the kings of trolling, dog. Dude be
He
flaming.
didn't know how to get a bag off of it, right?
He flame everybody. Yeah, and get some bread off of it too. So he'll flame you and make a nice little penny.
Yeah, make a nice little penny off of
Which
it,
is
bro. So
smart.
they could be a good ass ploy, perhaps.
Are
Dog.
they deploying shit on us?
Yeah, that could be the case, dog. But
I don't know, man. Tell them niggas cut that shit
yeah,
out.
you
though,
guys
man.
cut that shit out,
That's
man.
too goddamn personal.
Motherfuckers.
I also heard, man, I saw a picture of it's a young rapper, man, who's been picking up a lot of steam. 6ix9ine, man.
6ix9ine.
I forgot where my dude from, but yeah, man.
Brooklyn.
Shout out Brooklyn.
Straight
bro.
out of Brooklyn.
We came
Blah,
up y'all
blah,
way,
blah,
Brooklyn.
blah.
You Brooklyn boys and girls. It ain't nothing like a Brooklyn girl, you know? Yeah, man. I think he got robbed, man.
Yeah, it's still kind of iffy, you know what I'm saying?
But you know, man, I'm like, yo, these guys out here, man, with this technology nowadays, man, y'all some clever motherfuckers, man. I mean, I'm not talking specifically about 6ix9ine. Dude probably got, you know, that's fucked up.
Who the clever one, dog?
I don't know, man.
The niggas that's, you saying like the cats that be making the videos, like the actual trolls, are they clever or?
People just good at trolling, man. Well, what do y'all think, man? I mean, not do y'all think he actually got robbed? I mean, I'm sure that's the case.
Yeah.
But it's like, I see so many people saying it was bound to happen, man. But it's just like,
Yeah. It's a lot of it was bound to happen, but then again, it's like shit where it's like people feel like because dude didn't cry wolf so much, how do they take something serious like that? And then they saying you got they saying bro got pistol whipped, but it's like if you got pistol whipped, your joint to be bust all the way open. You know what I'm saying? Like he wasn't really like, I guess he was somewhere bruised, but not as bruised. And then
I ain't gonna lie, bro. I like 6ix9ine. I actually think the dude's like,
he's a clever
not-
individual, dog.
yeah,
Like,
he funny because he remind me of me when I was like young.
yeah, straight like young and bad and not
I was
giving
on
a
that
damn.
shit too, like, bro,
Yeah.
you gotta let your nuts hang. Like, I get it, bro. And don't test my nuts either. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But also, it's just like, some of that shit is, you know, you gotta stick to G code too. Silence, is,
Fact, though.
you know.
Yeah, it's a
if you
lot
in a room
of.
full of killers and you talking all that shit.
Yeah, you
bound to
can't be
fuck around and
talking.
get
You know what
killed.
I'm saying? And then that be the thing too. It's like
Oh, right.
a lot of shit that he do where it's like you know, it may dissolve now, but it's straight just like 10 years from now, somebody gonna remember that shit that you said. You know what I'm saying? Because you playing around with people that got a lot of pride, bro. You
Big
know what
ups
I'm
to my
saying?
dog, man. We'd love to have you on the show, shoot some shit with you, man.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure he's straight a cool individual though on the low. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's been a lot going on, man, in like the music industry, man. That's why we talking about it. And
Yeah,
even
it's
in,
been crazy.
Even in, I guess, like Demi Lovato is a actress.
Actress slash singer,
multi-talented.
multi-talented, multi-platinum.
A beautiful woman.
Yeah,
She was recently in the news, dog.
yeah, man. They said she overdosed off a heroin though. You know, that's crazy. Like,
This is
damn,
a
like,
beautiful woman, man.
you right though. You know what I'm saying? It's just like you wouldn't look at her and just automatically associate heroin with it. Where it's just
You
like,
don't know
bro,
Demi
I know what.
Lovato. Look
I've
her
seen
up.
some other heroin addicts and they didn't look nothing like my G. You know what I'm saying?
look,
So it's
dog,
like what the hell?
We mentioned it, man, a few times, y'all. Like the mental health and the lack of, like, you know, therapy for it is like a crisis, man. Like, you take this fine woman, it probably started, you know, like from the pills, the opiates, the Oxycontin, and then
it grew into something.
it grew into the heroin, which is, you know, what's crazy with this heroin shit, man. It's like, I don't know, man. I think it's an epidemic now, dog. I see so many videos like just online or just like even when I'm out, man, walking about, man, I see people on that shit, man. Like one time I was driving down Grand, dog, on the south side and saw a motherfucker on the corner just laying there flat.
Bro,
It's like
I remember being at work when I worked at Walmart, and I remember it was a girl that had just started at work. Like this is literally her first day at that mug, bro. And like she was a young girl though, bro, and she was just standing in the back, and bro, just like literally like she was like slumped over, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like straight slumped over, bro. Like that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like fam at work straight, like dozing off of, you know what I'm saying, some heroin, bro. Like,
so do you think that it's the current way that the drugs are classified according to the FDA? Like they say heroin is like, you know, don't fuck with it, right?
mm-hmm.
But I heard like in some other countries and shit, man, they'll be like, you know, you can do as much of this bullshit as you want to, but you will have access to it. You know, we'll provide it to you. You gotta work, you know, you gotta take care of your family and shit still, but you don't have to get it like off the street.
What country this shit going down in, dog?
Fuck, man.
One of them was
Because too many goddamn countries I heard.
It's like when you think about it though, like, you know, I guess sometimes even when people go to like hospitals or prisons and stuff,
Amsterdam and shit.
If you've been on heroin, dog, they have to also use it to wean you off of it.
Do they do that in prison?
Yeah, bro, they gotta get. It's like because they can't allow you to just go straight like cold turkey on it because it'll kill you. Yeah, it'll straight kill you if you just go cold turkey. So they kind of got to wean you off of it.
Man, do y'all think that the government should just regulate the fucking heroin, man? I mean,
yeah,
if you regulate it and keep people from getting it off the like, you know, the streets.
Yeah, because it's like these motherfuckers, they got it.
You would have doses.
Mm-hmm.
I forget what country is doing this, man, but it's y'all. One of y'all let me know some shit, man. Look, you give this shit regulated. It's in doses. You know what I'm saying? No fentanyl. For y'all who don't know what fentanyl is.
Yeah, that's something serious right now.
It's like they cutting it with it, and it's like 100 times stronger, and that's why everybody who, you know, using this shit is dying because of this fentanyl.
Yeah.
And you guys got to remember, like, we get a lot of fake shit in the United States, dog. Like a lot of counterfeit goods and shit. If y'all ever notice, like, you know, at Miami and all these docks, all those big ass fucking cargo ships, like that shit take a lot of manpower and labor, yo. It ain't no motherfucking person going through
everything. Yeah, come on, bro. It's impossible. Yeah.
Which means that every year, every day, we get like a shit ton of counterfeit bullshit here.
Yeah.
That you probably buying, and if you buying drugs, chances are it's either counterfeit or mixed with something.
And then and then you think about the people that do work on there, like you said, they not counting all the cargo days or whatever. It's too much manpower. But think about the cats that might be sitting there at the computer that like know what's coming in specific containers, and then they just like delete that shit out the system and shit, like, you know what I'm saying?
Bro, I see them ships. Them ships come with like, they so fucking big, it ain't no way there's people going through
every last one of them. Yeah, because I mean, niggas be mugs then trafficked women across in those shits, bro. Man,
it's motherfuckers growing weed in those cargo containers. You name it. You think it is bound.
Yeah, it's going down.
Yeah, man. Cause people are here wild, yo.
Yeah, it's crazy how people wild though, bro.
That's fucked up with this crisis though, man. I mean, shit, man. But look, man,
is it serious? That's the name Tiberius, dog.
Hey, but on a funny note, I was watching the video, man. My dude Slim Jimmy was performing, dog. And I don't know why every time it happened to my dog.
Yeah.
I think a Brinks truck, bro.
First and foremost, dog, if you are a fan, bro, stay your ass in the crowd, bro. You know, like, why ruin the show for other people. One, you know what I'm saying?
Don't jump up on stage and try to get a selfie.
Yeah, what are you doing, bro? Come on, bro.
Musician. It's not gonna happen.
Why is this like is this a plague right now? Like, let me hop on stage. You see Afro Man slapped the fuck out that one chick. She hopped on stage, dog. Afro Man straight. He backhand her ass, you know what I'm saying?
I ain't gonna lie, Slim Jimmy got flatlined though.
Yeah, they crushed
Slim
dude.
Jimmy is,
and they was actually trying to save my dude life, bro. He got crushed in the process.
I don't know if my dude would be mad at me or if he'll laugh with me, bro. But that shit was.
I'm pretty sure bro was bugging up off of it. It reminded me of a time, dog, when when I was young, I used to get caught in crossfires like that, like how Slim Jimmy got trampled when it wasn't meant for him.
Yeah, the security guard wasn't going for Slim Jimmy.
Yeah, he was trying to tackle the fan, but him and Slim Jimmy were so close to each other that the security guard took both of them niggas out. And it reminded me of a time that when I was young, my pops was fighting one of his cousins, bro. And so he had told me to go outside, so I'm standing on my aunt's porch, and so I bend down to tie my shoe, and it's like, these cats and shit straight came right out the door, bro, and fell on top of me. I was straight like a little bitty ass kid, bro. There's two big grown ass dudes that's like 250 plus and shit, bro. And they straight banging with each other, dog.
And that made me think of this story, bro, when I was a kid. I'm gonna share it with y'all because it's silly, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I was a kid, so I was like at least, I was probably like 11 or something, bro. But I was in like the neighbor's backyard and shit. It was like motherfuckers was spinning like swing at the pinata and shit. It was going down, kids everywhere. And I just remember like picking up a Hot Wheel and I like threw that motherfucker for some reason. And then like it hit this other little kid in the head. And like I just remember looking at my dude's forehead and that motherfucker had like a classic lump on it, dog.
Yeah, damn, you messed dude up like that.
Yeah, bro, and the dude was like crying. I was like a few years older maybe. I ain't tried to, bro, but
damn, bro, ain't get you the Beats by Dre's, dog.
Nah, I straight had to keep it on the hush hush, bro. That's why it was silly.
Oh man. Speaking of fights and shit, bro. So I guess it was a older woman, dog, an older black woman. She was outside of the gas station on Goodfellow and Delmar, I believe.
What you talking about? South side?
No, over there on the west and shit.
West side.
Yeah, over there on the west, dog. So I'm St. Louis has, and I'm pretty sure this is, matter of fact, this is in every city for real, where it's a lot of Arabs. They come and they get these gas stations and these they get these stores and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And so I guess a lot of people, some people have mixed feelings towards it, I guess, you know what I'm saying? And some people really just like, damn, like, why are they just taking everything or whatever it is? And so, like...
Who the fuck came up with the term Arab, though? I mean...
Yeah. It's like, you can't really just... I kind of feel like an asshole, too, because they could be like, wait, what? Middle Eastern, perhaps, bro.
Palestinian.
Yeah, Palestinian. Some of them might be straight Egyptian, though. So it's like, but everybody classify them as Arabs, though. So it's like, I guess, backtrack. So the Middle Eastern people, I feel kind of like an asshole too, dog.
I'm like no pun intended.
No pun intended. You know what I'm saying? But even here in St. Louis, dog, we got a thing where it's like we don't just get Chinese food, we go get some Chinaman, bro. So, you know what I'm saying? You might just get lumped into a big thing like that, you know. But the woman, I guess they put her out of the store, and when they put her out the store, I guess she was arguing with, that I don't know. You know, she seemed like she might be a person that even probably come there every day, but she probably come in there and probably steal something or get into it with people or something like that. But whatever it was, one of the guys was like real aggressive with her. You know what I'm saying? And he just telling her like, "Bitch, get the fuck out." You know what I'm saying? Don't come back and shit like that. So I guess another cat came out. They be talking a lot of shit. And don't get it twisted, bro. They be strapped up behind them counters, Jack. You know what I'm saying? So don't think you just gonna be on some bullshit with them like these cats going. That's why they be talking that shit. You know what I'm saying? They be having heavy straps back there, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? But so one of the other cat came outside and he telling her to like get the hell out of her, and he even aggressive on 10 as well. And then he just end up kicking the woman, bro. You know what I'm saying? Kicked her, she fell down and shit.
Well, what kind of kick, bro? Like a roundhouse?
It wasn't a roundhouse, but it was one of those. It was like a Sweet Chin Music, like wait, you know what I'm saying? But it was more so like in the rib joint. You know what I'm saying? Probably a wrestling kick or some shit, you know. But whatever it was, bro, yeah, her ass collapsed though. You know what I'm saying? He kicked the shit out of her, bro, and she fell, and you know, so it was like a big protest out there.
Boo that man!
Boo that man! Boo! Boo! Yeah, you ain't have to kick her, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? But I understand if that's your establishment and you want a motherfucker to shake. You know what I'm saying? But you ain't have to straight kick, my nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? That was outright foul. And then it's like, even at the same time, knowing that motherfuckers probably don't even want you in their hood anyway. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah, nigga, y'all, most of the time, man, I ain't gonna lie. Most of the time, what I see is there's no black owners in the black communities at the local stores, which is facto. And then not only that, it's nothing but processed bullshit, not healthy food.
Yeah. Oh, hell no. Hell no. They in there cooking all the shit that's gonna kill you.
And then most of the time, these people who in different communities that they're not a part of increase and mark up the price on regular shit. Get the fuck out of her, B.
But do you think, okay, so it's like, do you think that black people also, like how they came in and they got these stores and shit, for one, of course, it was like lightweight given to them. You know what I'm saying? They came over to this country to straight try to make a better life for themselves. But at the same time, it's motherfuckers that been here that don't get that haven't had the opportunity to do it.
I specifically mean African American.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's generally where I see like.
But do you think that it was because
foreigners?
Because motherfuckers, did motherfuckers want to try to do that shit? Though, you know what I'm saying?
Man, it's systematic, man. It's like a system.
So it could it be in two ways? Could it be like it was some black people trying and they got the door closed on them, and then you had black people that wasn't trying because they probably thought the door was closed? The first one, yeah.
Quick example would be Tulsa, Oklahoma. Google Tulsa.
Oh yeah,
Oklahoma.
of course that. Dog.
Man, bro, what the fuck? I listen to y'all. Any R. Kelly fans out there? Woo!
Yeah.
Man, dude has
R. Kelly got some hits, bro. He got some good ass songs, man.
I can't hate on
R. Kelly got some joints, Jack, but it's like
dude ain't got no bangers.
But it's like fam just dropped that 19-minute joint called I Admit, and I'm gonna be 100. I still don't even know what Brody admitted to. You know what I'm saying? Like I listened to the whole joint. It was hella long, you know, and the beat just was like, I'm like, I think bro should have probably just switched the beat up. You know what I'm saying? That's 19 minutes. Nigga, that shit should have been like a jacking for beats, low key. You know what I'm saying?
19 minutes is a long time.
That's a long time, and you thinking you getting shit off your chest, and it's like, in actuality, it's like, I mean, he said some shit, but you really didn't say shit though. Like,
well, it's just like no.
I know you a freak. You know what I'm saying? So he basically lightweight confirmed that he was a freak, and he did say that some of these people, some of these girls' parents do give they child away for a check, and it's like I can see that there's some fucked up parents out here like that though, bro.
No, I don't give a fuck about a parent giving a well, I mean I do, but I don't. What I'm saying is, at the end of the day, if you a man and then you got some fuck
they saying fam has a cult of women. You know what I'm saying? That
just don't make sense to me though. You can't go buy people, so it's like even if you say he had this girl parents, why are you fucking with this girl?
Why
and
you
her
fucking
parents
with her
doing business with them? When that shit right there faulty anyway. The principle of that ain't something I fuck with. I feel like, man, I wouldn't be hollering at a chick and her parent. No, that's too much.
Yeah, that's the shit that I was wondering too. I'm like, how the hell
parents?
So you mean to tell me that the parents?
Exactly, she a grown ass woman,
nigga. Exactly, bro. You was straight at the concert with your parents, and your parents just walked up and was like, "Hey, that's my daughter." You know what I'm saying?
You need parental consent,
and this dumb nigga straight fell for the okie doke, dog. I straight would have been like, "Fam, why you ain't in her dolo?"
I ain't talking about R. Kelly, man. I'm just talking about that shit in general. Like, if y'all dudes out here, man, like, if y'all gotta holler at, man, I don't know, man. To me, it make it sound like he talking to shorties, like young kids.
I also got another thing too, bro. I don't know if anybody follows like Marvel and Disney, but it's a director named James Gunn. He's from St. Louis. His whole family is and shit. But he the director of the Guardians of the Galaxy. So he responsible for like the Marvel, like they finna go into making like they cosmic universe and shit. And so it's somebody that's digging up old tweets of people, bro. And so they dug up some old tweets of his from like 2009 and 2010. And dude was saying some outrageous ass shit though, as far as like,
Look at my old tweets, boy.
he was saying like some pedophiliac shit, you know what I'm saying? And it was just like, they said something like he was an edgelord. So I guess he was on that shit where it's like, I guess it's a group of people who just try to say the most provocative shit to just try to get some attention, whatever it is, but it might not be with intention though, you know what I'm saying? But dude that got them tweets dug up, dog, they just
not quite an egoist, not quite an egotist.
So
An asshole. No.
Yeah, a prick. And that's what his brother said about him. He was like, I know my brother's basically a dickhead. You know what I'm saying? But he was like, but I also know where my brother's heart lies. You know what I'm saying? And he was just saying like, who my brother was back in 2009, 2010 is totally different than who he is now. And it goes back to like, I would understand if fam was like how I look at people, it's like if somebody's a actual repeat offender, like nigga, you doing that shit currently, then that's when I'm gonna be like, you more of a fucked up individual instead of holding you to something that you did 10 years ago, but you haven't done it in 10 years. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I could see that you being remorseful or you looking for forgiveness for that shit. You know what I'm saying? But I also can't speak on how you supposed to feel if it personally affected you too, you know, because I know how a lot of shit that personally affected me where it'd be hard for me to get past that shit, you know what I'm saying? But it's straight just like now, if you was doing that shit to me currently, then we really got a problem, you know what I'm saying?
My thing is though, bro, if you got a sex cult, ain't nothing wrong with that dog. He got his own crib and shit.
I mean, Hugh Hefner had his own shit too.
Ain't nobody talking about this man. But if you got a sex cult and then it's like, you fucking with young girls, you talking to their parents for consent,
bro,
all this
fam,
shit. Like, what
straight,
the fuck, bro?
it's some girl that straight said this nigga R. Kelly had her eat his shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's egregious, nigga. like what the hell, bro? You know, so they said, like, bro, really do have motherfuckers on some slave shit, though. You know what I'm saying? I remember it was like some clip with, I don't know if it was Tavis Smiley or somebody that was interviewing him, and they were just like, are you attracted to teenage girls? And he was like, you know, when you say teenage, how young are we talking? You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, maybe he was trying to say like, are we talking at 18, 19? But at the same time, you still kind of left a window open for a nigga. Is you talking about?
You know what?
That nigga straight left the whole window open for that motherfucker.
What range are we?
My nigga straight said, yeah, when you say teenage, I mean, how young we talking? You hear me? Straight just like, nah, fam. That was the wrong question to ask. You hear me? That's when they should have it should have been a cat come in waving. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, nigga, like, rewind that, bro. Delete that part, bro. Straight.
All right, look, man. I never met half these motherfuckers. None of these motherfuckers to be talking about them. So I ain't talking about them. It's just be some crazy shit going on, man, and this shit all in our face.
Yeah, it's all around
TV shows and shit, but I remember you telling me about dude.
What dude, dog?
Never mind, man. The whole getting yourself tossed and shit.
With Faith Evans and Biggie, though? You talking about that, dog? Like, man, I straight, man. I love Biggie and shit.
Shout out.
You know,
shout out.
I try not to be like a judgmental person as well. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know me years ago was like a very, very judgmental person. And I know we sit here, we do a podcast, you know what I'm saying? And we talk about the current events, but I still try not to cast stones as well, you know what I'm saying, and try not to be judgmental, and everybody is who they are and have their own little life, you know what I'm saying. So, you know, but Faith Evans did admit to saying that she, you know, I guess, you know what I'm saying, If you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I mean, you know what I'm saying? But in so many words, you know what I'm saying?
Did that.
Yeah, she did that, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, that was her husband too. So it's like, you know, I really can't critique someone's marriage, especially if I'm not married yet, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, I can also speak for myself and say, I ain't going out like that and ain't never happened, you know what I'm saying? But if that was what Brody was on and that was his wife, then that's what they was doing. But, you know, it's just funny that, you know, a week later she got married to my nigga Stevie J. So shout out to them, you know what I'm saying? Congratulations to them.
Hey,
we salute Black Love, dog, you know what I'm saying? And they successful and they did a lot of work with each other back in the day with the Bad Boy Camp. And that's kind of crazy too, like I guess marrying somebody where it was straight, just like, you know, it's still some type of connection. Like, so I guess is that like a level of comfortability for them? You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, I know they kids basically in like the same little group. They grew up with each other. So
man. You don't
yeah, they've been knowing each other for 20 plus years. Yeah, you know, so it's like, yeah, that is cool, I guess, huh? They got chemistry. I just can't imagine marrying one of my niggas like BM's 20 years down the line and shit though. Like,
do they got biology together?
Yeah, you heard.
They got biochemistry together.
Yeah, it's straight bio.
They got biochemistry.
They got biochem together in this motherfucker. So shout out to them in the biochem, dog. Straight up, bro.
You had asked me earlier, Hayes, man.
About getting my eat healthy on.
Yeah, and you was saying eating healthy, like what, man? Like building muscle, man, or like.
Yeah, all those things, bro. Like, you know, because I feel like, you know, a lot of us as Americans, one, humans, two, especially even in the Black community, we not really up on game on trying to be healthy and all that type of shit, you know what I'm saying? And so, you know, I was just thinking like, damn, bro, perhaps like with me having like some of the like body problems that I probably ever had as far as like allergies or any of that shit, could this shit have came from, you know what I'm saying, lineage or something, like from things that my mama ate and then I got it from there, and then things that I was eating even as I was younger. And
with allergies, it's been shown like a lot of the soybeans and corn been genetically modified, and the rate for allergies has increased too, man.
Yeah.
I don't fully understand that correlation, but
yeah, it's crazy just the correlations, and then, you know, if we not reading up on these things and really trying to take precaution.
A lot of people don't know about the stuff though, yo. Like all the difference between conventional and GMO and
because
organic
I just read that, you know, even with gluten, bro, that can be responsible for like eczema and autism and all that type of shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, it could play a part in a whole bunch of things. And it was just like, damn, I remember like really just like I knew of the word gluten, but I didn't really start seeing like gluten-free shit
for marketing
purposes and shit. Yeah.
Electrolytes and like, a lot of people use it
for the name to stand out so they can make the money from it.
But
damn, that's a good point, especially when, you know, advertising and marketing and shit too.
To eat healthy is to eat to nourish. So like, you know what I'm saying? If it don't matter if you want to lose weight or build muscle, you just gotta
do some type of activity and eat better. You know what I'm saying?
Like, you don't have to calorie count. You don't have to do a lot of this shit that y'all see on TV about all these different diets and stuff. You know, it's people trying to make a hustle. Yeah, you got to keep everything in perspective. Like, that person telling you how to eat, man, so at the end of the day, you can use that diet so they can make
their bread. They in there straight clocking mad, though.
You got to listen to
like what? Like Nutrisystem and Weight Watchers and shit.
There's thousands of different diets I heard. Katana is one that, like, not many people you gotta nourish, you gotta eat to nourish. And then what's really crazy about it is that with all the chemicals and all the food, like, you know, with all this industrialized food in like the last, I would say 30 years probably, man, you get all these added chemicals to all this processed food and you eat it to the point where shit, man, by the time eat like a tomato or fucking like, you would have no appreciation for natural food, if you understand what I mean. If you sitting here eating all this artificial flavoring and like heavily salted food, extra added sugar, man, by the time you eat anything like shit normal, you won't like it, man, because you...
I know I'll be extra happy, bruh, when I can get a good meal, a good home-cooked meal, or if I could just get, like, some vegetables and fruit in my system, bro, straight. I feel, like, extra happy, bruh, you know what I'm saying? I'll be like, bruh, because I've been eating nothing but bullshit, like, for maybe a week or something like that.
And I'm talking about a variety of colors of veggies, like, on your plate, if you got, like, you got greens, you got... You know, yellow. Your shit you want your shit to be different colors. Another thing.
I remember when I was little, I used to make all my shit one color. Cause we used to go to the to Old Country buffet, bro. I'll get corn, macaroni, fries, pizza. Everything will be yellow in that.
That's cool.
My mama straight used to be like, God, why is everything one color on your shit?
Fuck no. That's hilarious.
I'm thinking heavy on matching and shit. You know what I'm saying? But. You know.
We forgetting we live in the United States, and pretty much all the same shit is everywhere, y'all. Like, everywhere you go now, man, you see almost pretty much the same shit, and every day it's becoming more of the same. You see, like, you see all this shit everywhere, basically it's the same. Different city, but mostly the same shit. So it's like, with that being said.
With that said being.
You gotta watch where you getting your shit from. Like, are you getting it from that, or are you getting it from this? You getting it from some shit over there, over here. Is that shit fresh? Is it not? Has it been sprayed with some shit that you don't know even how to pronounce? Or is that shit that's been grown?
Bro, dog, like, it's crazy how deep it can go, bro. And to just know that they're really trying to kill people. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know if it's that they trying to kill. I just know that it's a chemical sprayed on your shit. So what I'm telling y'all is,
to ice niggas. I feel like they trying to ice cats, dog.
Well,
don't pull up on us in the black limo, bro.
It's
and
splash,
hop
splash.
out. No, it's sad. Just
back.
like, you hear me, bro?
Gonna shoot back.
Come on, bro. You already knew, dog. Like, somebody was gonna read through the bullshit, my nigga.
But no, seriously, Hayes, man. Like, a lot of y'all just, you know what I'm saying, really don't, I guess, take the time to give a fuck.
Yeah.
But you should.
And that's the thing,
sometimes y'all
because,
wait too long.
Like we were saying earlier, bro, we're already distracted by so much shit. So we live a life of, like, you moving fast, you just trying to get something fast. You know what I'm saying?
Gluttony is a sin.
Mm-hmm.
And if you sitting there being a glutton, like, that shit ain't cool.
It's not cool, guys. So don't be a glutton.
You don't have to eat that fucking much, like.
Yeah.
But it's hard, man. It's like I was telling you,
hard.
it's a system kind of, though, because it's a system where it's designed to make as much money as it can. So your regard doesn't really matter.
It don't matter.
The
mighty dollar matters.
Yeah, the money matters. So
So why exactly? So
the portion of your meal doesn't, like, how much like a lot of this readily available food is, the portions, man, are just insane. But y'all, it's normalized though, like through TV and stuff. It's like cool to eat like all this shit at one time. You don't need that much fucking like food. Like you don't need that much goddamn meat. Like you really only need 56 for men. You really need like 56 grams of protein. But it's like we don't think like that. Like it's all these ads and shit. Like eat as much. I don't know, man. There's a lot of shit going on. Yeah. But then motherfuckers wondering why, like, what's the rate now? 3 out of 4 fucking Americans like big and shit.
Yeah.
Is it 2 out of 3?
I'm pretty sure it's a 3 out of 4, bro. I'm pretty sure it is, dog.
Or every half the Americans.
Everything gets much worse. You know what I'm saying? So, especially if you get to places like I'm pretty sure Missouri a fat state, but think about when you get to
some of these states, boy.
Bumfuckistan, Texas, dog.
Y'all gotta cut out on all that, like, all that bullshit and just make your own shit sometime. Try to try to cook it from scratch.
And that's
you know what
why
I'm
you
saying?
come and shop at City Greens Market, 4260 Manchester Avenue.
For those who stay in St. Louis. So
St.
shout
Louis,
out-
Missouri, dog. Come to the Grove, man.
Or if y'all
Shop
in
with
St. Louis,
us.
visit.
Also, Talented Minds Podcast is sponsored by Side Thumb Skate Co. So, you guys, man, get on your skate stuff, man. And
Keep doing your thing.
Keep doing your thing, man. Keep paying attention. Keep rocking out with us, dog. You know, shout out to Dude in Media. Shout out to TM Nation, Talented Minds.
Yo, man, and just shout out everybody.
And
who
shout
been
out
rocking with us.
everybody, man. Shout out my boy Taz, man.
If
Straight
it's-
up, bro.
If it's your first time,
Shout out Andy English. Shout out
Check
Ace
out our
Money
old
Supreme
shit, man.
Stuff. Shout out to most definitely go back and
shout
check
out
out our
everybody.
older episodes. If you straight want to catch up on anything that we've been doing this whole time, Talented Minds Podcast is on Google Play, iTunes, Reddit. Subscribe to our YouTube
And it
channel,
ain't gonna
and we on
stop.
Spotify, and it ain't gonna stop. You heard me? Straight up, dog. So you guys continue to show us love just like we love y'all, man. And until next time,
word.
we are out.
The podcast you just heard was published with Anchor. Got something you want to say to the creator of this show? Send them a voice message using the Anchor app, free for iOS and Android.